Hey, welcome in everybody. In this video, I am going to go through the steps to create the front, the top, and the right side view of the shaft guide. So I'm just kind of going through the book. So the book says to download the metric prototype drawing file, which is what I have here. And then once I've done that, I'm going to go to save as, and I'm going to save this as, what is this called? Shaft guide. Hope I spelled it correctly. I think I already have one started. I'm going to save over it. So shaft guide. Yeah, I want to replace it. All right, so here we go. Now what I want to do is I am going to make sure my model tab is activated, which it is. I'm going to set the units. So I'm going to type in units and make sure I'm in decimals. I'm going to set my precision to 3 decimal places. So I need this one. I'm going to click OK. Set text style font to Arial. So under the annotation, the arrow there, I'm going to click this first icon. And you can see that our font is already set for Arial here. So I'm just going to cancel out of this. So we're all good there. And then what I'm going to do, blah, 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 I'm going to learn how to speak first. I'm going to create some layers. So I'm going to layer properties. I'm going to make a new layer. And this first one is going to be called visible. I'm going to name it visible. And I'm going to change the color of it to red. And then the line type, or the line weight, the line weight is going to be 0.6 millimeters. I'm going to click OK. The line type, we're going to keep that as continuous. Then I'm going to make a new layer. And this one's going to be called hidden. And it's going to be blue. And it's going to be, the line type is going to be hidden, which we don't have. So I'm going to click on the load. I'm going to go down and look for hidden layer. Or hidden line type, right here, hidden line type. Boom, that one. I'm going to click OK. Then what I'm going to do is I'm also going to load the center line type as well while I'm in here. So I'm going to click on center, click OK. So for my hidden layer, I want it to be a hidden line type. So I'm going to select this one. I'm going to click OK. Now the line weight on that is not going to be 0.6, so I'm going to click this and change it back to default. Yeah, so then we're going to name a new layer, make a new layer. We're going to call this center, and it's going to be green. And the line type for that is obviously going to be center. Click OK. And the line weight is default, and then we're going to make another layer. I'm going to name this one text, and I'm going to change the color of it to magenta, and it's going to be continuous. Let's see, wait, we don't want that. We don't want the line type to be center. We want it to be continuous. And we want that to be on the default line weight. So we're good to go there. So we got red, blue, green, magenta, continuous, hidden, center, continuous. Yeah, okay. So then I'm just going to double click on my visible layer to make sure I set that one current. I'm going to hit the X button over here to close out of my window here. And now I can start drawing my front view of the shaft guide. So I'm in the visible layer. I'm going to change my ortho. I'm going to click my ortho mode on. I'm going to go up to draw a line. So I'm going to click my line command. I'm going to start at this corner here and drag it over to the right. And that's going to be a distance of 101.6. I'm going to drag it straight up, or draw it straight up. From there is going to be 12.7. Over to the left is going to be 101.6. and then down where we started, hit the escape key. So there's kind of that first kind of base part of it. So then what I want to do is I want to figure out where the center line or the center of those circles at the top are going to be located. So to do that, I'm going to offset by 50.8. I'm going to offset this vertical line here over to the left. Hit the escape key, draw a line from the end of that line straight up by 63.5. And so the end of this line will tell us where our center of our circles are going to go. So I'm going to go to circle, center diameter, and my center is going to be at the end of this line. The diameter of the outer circle is going to be 38.1. Circle diameter, we're going to go, this one is going to be 19. So we got that. So this is going to go up and angle over. So these angled lines are going to be from the corners, and then they're going to end up tangent to this outer circle. So what I'm going to do is I am going to make sure I have my tangent object snap is on. So I'm going to check the tangent. I'm also going to make sure that my quadrant is checked because I'm going to need that in a minute. I think we're good here. So I'm just going to draw a line from this corner to the tangent of this outer circle. So you can kind of see where that tangent snap pops up, and just going to click it. Hit the escape key. I'm going to draw a line from this corner up to my tangent of this outer circle. Hit the escape key like so. So I think we're good with that for now. So I'm going to erase this line here and this one. I'm going to start drawing the top view. So to do that, I'm going to line, and then I'm going to click this corner, drag this. My line is going to go over to the right by 101.6. It's going to go down by 12.7, kind of like a mirror image of what we had below so far anyway. Over to the left is going to be 101.6, and then back up where we started. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to offset 50.8 from this back, or this top line, if you want to call it that, to the down below. Hit the escape key. I'm going to draw a line to connect here and here. I'm going to fillet, so I'm going to go up to fillet. I want to click on radius. That has a radius of 19. So I'm going to select this line and this line to kind of round that off. Hit the escape key. And what I can do now is I'm going to kind of figure out where this 45-degree kind of angle is located. So to do that, I can go over to my polar tracking. First, I'm gonna click to turn it on, and then I'm gonna click on this triangle next to it, and I'm gonna select this 45. If it's not already selected, I'm gonna select the 45-90 option here. So now whenever I draw a line from this corner and kind of go down, you see where it's gonna, when I get to that 45-degree increments, it's gonna kind of shoot that laser beam out. So I can just drag it down past this line here and click it. Hit the escape key so I can trim these off. So trim that off, trim that off. So that's kind of that angle there. And then what I can do is I'm going to draw a circle diameter from the center where this arc is located. So you see a little, when I hover my mouse over this arc, you see a little plus pop up. So that's the center. And then I'm going to type in my diameter, which is 19. Hit the escape key. So now I need to figure out, okay, where this kind of circle part up here kind of protrudes out. So I can do that by projecting the quadrant of this circle straight up. Let me turn my ortho back on. Straight up. Draw another line from this quadrant. Make sure you kind of zoom in and get the quadrant here, not the intersection. So I'm gonna get that quadrant, draw it straight up. And I'm gonna do this for the inner circle as well. Inner twice, up there. So basically I just did that to figure out where these kind of circles are gonna be up here. So, and that part sticks out 25.4. So I'm gonna offset 25.4, this back line down. So now I'm going to, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the fillet instead of trim. So I'm gonna fillet. I'm gonna click on radius because I want this to be 0 for my radius. And now I'm going to kind of square these off here. There. Now I can hit the escape. Now I can just use the trim tool to kind of trim. These are going to be my hidden lines. I don't need that. This is going to go straight across here. And, oh, I just trimmed the line I didn't want to. Anyway, I'm going to trim these. I'm going to erase this. I wanted to extend these lines back because I want to keep those. I want to get rid of these. All right, so looking down on it, that's what we're going to see. But these two lines here are going to change these two. I selected them, and then I'm going to change it to our hidden line. I think we need to change our line type scale. I'm going to set my line type scale. So I'm going to type in LTS, press enter. And that's going to be 0.375. So now you see our little dashed lines kind of show up better. And while I'm here, I can just go to annotate. I'm going to click on where you see center mark. I'm just going to click the circle. Let me click this outer circle here. Hit the escape key. Then I'm going to select these. Just going to click on them because I want to, right now they're on the visible layer and I want to change them. I want to put them on the center. If I can, let me click it. It may not let me change layers. That's very strange. All right, so now what I want to do is I'm going to change the layers of these kind of center marks here. So right now they're on the visible layer, but I'm just going to select them. I want to go back to home here. So I'm going to change where it says visible. I'm going to change it to center, like so. So that puts them on the correct layer. And then now I can come back to my front view and I'm going to project this line or this edge straight down and just kind of trim this off because this part here angles out towards us and then it kind of goes straight across and rounds in the corner. But we're not gonna see that round from our front view. So we're gonna leave it like this. I need to project the quadrant of the circle here down. Press enter twice. Get back in my line command and draw it there. I'm gonna trim out. Erase these. I'm gonna click on these lines here and change those to my hidden layer. And I can draw a line. That's a lot of work here. Just straight down because I want to break this line now because I just need like this little part of it. And I'm gonna click on it and change it to my center layer. I know that's a lot of little tiny minute stuff doing that back and forth, but We have our front view, we have our top view. Now we need to create our right side view. So that's where this kind of like 45-degree angled line comes in to help us out. So I'm going to draw a line from this corner, and I'm going to go over to the left. I'm trying to figure this out. 50.8. 50.8. It's going to go straight up by 12.7. And I'm going to just go over to the right a little bit. I know it goes over there. It's not right now. I'm not sure how far, but what I can do is I can also draw a line from this corner and just kind of go. I'm going to make sure I go past the height of this. So like so. What I can do is kind of project these over. Project this over. I can then project this over to this line where I cross it, and then draw a line where those two intersect straight down. So I'm gonna fillet this. Actually, I need to extend these two because those are gonna show. So you're gonna see that all the way like so. Let's see what we got here. So what I want to do is, I'm gonna project this extrusion over and then carry it down. So this piece, I'm gonna fillet this, that, this. Gonna trim this, trim that. So this part is gonna rise up until it kind of connects to the circular part. And it looks to me like I'm just gonna project where this line here connects to our circle and draw it over, because I'm gonna trim this out and then get rid of this. So there's not actually a line, there's not an actual line that goes across, because that kind of all curves around. Trim this out. And then I'm going to project this inside quadrant of the circle over. It goes all the way through. I'm going to trim these out. So if you notice, usually in my drawings I use line, offset, trim, extend, fillet. I use those commands over and over again. Erase also. So then I'm just going to select these two lines. I'm going to change them to my hidden layer. I'm going to draw a line from here over. I'm going to break this off because I want to make this my center line. Like so. There's going to be, you're going to see this kind of hole going through this base part here. So again, I'm just going to project. I'm going to project the quadrant of this circle till it hits this line. Let me actually get rid of these because I don't want these confusing us. Wait, I did need that one. No, I didn't. Okay, I almost got confused there myself. All right, so I'm going to draw another line from here down. I'm going to draw a line from this bottom quadrant over from where it intersects and bounce it down. I'm going to trim out these here. Let me erase this and this and this. So these two lines are going to be hidden lines. I'm just going to, can I copy that over? No, I can't, because those are different sizes. All right, so I'm going to project this over, project it down. That tells me where the center of that is. Now I can actually copy. So CO for copy this from the, from the base point, I'm going to select the intersection here, and I'm going to move it to the intersection here. And then erase this and this. So what you want to do now is we're going to go to our layer properties. I'm going to turn off this turn off the miter box layer and the model space layer. Hit the X. Okay, so there's also a hidden line. I'll just draw the line, then we'll change layers. So I'm going to draw a line from this corner over to this corner, and then hit the escape key. I'm going to select this line. I'm going to change this from visible to hidden. Oh, and I need a center line here as well. So I'm going to draw a line here. I'm going to break this. And I'm going to click this line. This one needs to be a center line, like so. Yeah, I'm double checking, triple checking. Yeah, I think we're good with that. So yeah, I hope that helped. And come on back in the next video. We'll try our hand at the tool holder. All right, peace out.